Welcome trainers and champions to another episode of Pokemon TCG Mythbusters. We are back with another card that needs a bit of myth busting. For those of you who don't know, this is a little series that I do where we look at certain cards in the Pokemon TCG and we look at what they can do and just how you can kind of use that card. Also, we kind of skim through what decks they would go with the best and we start off with Electrode. Electrode came out in Vivid Voltage, the recent set that we have right now. It's a fairly decent Pokemon. 90 HP is kind of low for a stage 1 Pokemon. Normally you see about 110, 120 if anything. Retreat to 1 though is good because Air Balloon and U-Turn Ball gives you free retreat. Weakness to fighting is obviously a staple in lightning type Pokemon. So obviously you might want to watch out for things like Fallings and Colossal VMAX. So yeah, might want to work out for those. But its main usage is the ability that it has. Its ability is Bug Zap Generator, and once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may search your deck for 2 Lightning Energy cards and attach them to your Lightning Pokemon in any way that you like. Once you shuffle your deck after this, your Pokemon is knocked out. So you basically sacrifice a prize card to get 2 energy from your deck onto any of your Lightning Pokemon in any way that you wish. And if you guys do end up having to hit, he does 2 Lightning, 1 colorless for 100 damage, but we don't look at that, it's more so for his ability. But Electrode, so we're going to look at a few questions at what he can do today. First off, can I stack Electrodes? Yeah, you can stack Electrode. Doesn't say that you have to do this ability once per turn. Doesn't say anything related to that, so you can pretty much do if you want to 4 Electrode at one time, but obviously don't do that because that's 4 prizes to your opponent and that is not that great, so be very careful with that. But yes, you can stack up Electrode. If you do have more than one on the bench, you can use it. You don't have to, it can just stay on the bench. It's not automatic, so it's not too bad. Can I attach Lightning Energy to a Lightning Pokemon that's in the active? Yes. It says your Lightning Pokemon in any way that you like. That anyway also includes your Pokemon in the active, just as long as it carries the electric typing. If it's anything otherwise, then it doesn't count. If I use this ability and ADP has already used Altered Creation GX, will I sacrifice 2 prize cards instead of 1 if I use this ability? No. Electrode will only cost 1 prize card even if ADP uses Altered Creation. The fact is, Altered Creation only works if your opponent takes you out during their turn. So for example, if they manage to snipe you out with something like, I don't know, Roxy's Wheezing and gets the last damage counters off, that's 2 prizes, or 3 or 4 depending. If they manage to snipe your bench Pokemon in their turn, that's an extra prize. If they hit you with their active during their turn, it's also 2 prizes, it's an extra prize. But if it's your turn and you sacrifice a prize for your own turn, it doesn't count. It does not count in any play whatsoever. So you can do Electrode and don't worry about losing more than 1 prize for doing it, because you will always lose 1. Can I attach things like Speed Energy? No. I know it says attach 2 Lightning Energy cards, but it should kind of say attach 2 basic Lightning Energy cards, because the way that it works, it doesn't qualify. Speed Energy doesn't qualify as Lightning Energy until it's already attached in play. So for that point, you basically just have a random mysterious energy in your hand or in your deck until, you know, you play it out and play. Lightning Energy, well, Speed Energy should I say, works for everyone as a Lightning Energy, but it does extra boosts for Lightning Pokemon, yes, but while it's in your deck or in your hand, it's just any other special energy. It doesn't qualify as Lightning Energy until it's already in play, so unfortunately Electro can't dish out a Speed Energy, which you could argue, why would you even do that anyway, because you don't get the full effect of Speed Energy if you don't draw it from your hand anyway, so it works both ways. What happens if I attach energy onto the Electrode that's going to get knocked out? The energy just goes into the discard pile. Nothing really special happens. It's not like it goes back into your hand or back into the deck. It goes onto Electrode first, then Electrode goes into the discard pile, which means everything that's attached to him also goes in the discard pile, which does relate to the next thing. If there's any item cards or anything like that on Electrode, will I lose them too? Yes. Any tool cards, stuff like Air Balloon, stuff like Big Charm, anything like that, any tool cards or any energy that's pre-existing on Electrode will all go in the discard pile. So be very careful on what you have in play, because you don't really want to lose it. Things like U-Turn Board will obviously come back to you, because U-Turn Board, once it gets discarded, just goes right back into your hand. So you can do U-Turn Board, and it also helps because, like I said, it has 1 retreat cost, so it gives you free retreat anyway. So it would be, I think the best idea if you had to attach anything on Electrode, it would just be U-Turn Board. Can I use this ability if Electrode has any damage counters on it? Yes. You can use it at any point, at any time, whenever you so please. If Electrode has 10 HP left, you can still use the ability. That way you at least get 2 energy cards from it. You could do it as soon as you evolve it. You could do it 3 turns after you evolve it and it's just sitting there on the bench. You can do Electrode's ability at any time as you wish, just as long as, you know, you don't do the obvious thing like lose your last prize card to your opponent and throw the game, basically. But I think in terms of questions, that's about it. But in terms of decks for Electrode, I would probably say, well, the main obvious one is Pikachu V Max. Pikachu V Max does 270 damage if you get rid of all of its energy. So by next turn, it's just going to be stranded there. So unless you can retreat Pikachu V Max out, Electrode can literally just help you boost it back up again. It's a very high risk, high reward deck, so it's by far the best use for it. But you can use it for others. You can use it for obviously things like Pikarom. You can use it for things like Bolton to get extra damage off on your second turn. You could do a bunch of things with Electrode, but bear in mind it all has to be lightning type Pokemon. For the ability to work, it has to be lightning type Pokemon. You could attach the lightning energy to a lightning type Pokemon and then use something like Energy Switch if you want to use it for somebody else. If you really want to, you could attach one to Electrode and one to someone else, then Tapu Koko. Prism Star could then do, you know, his ability and bring it back over. But yeah, that's kind of a more complex way to do it if you really want to get rid of Tapu Koko. But in terms of that, I think Electrode is literally there as a lightning tech. It doesn't work for any other deck besides lightning type Pokemon. So I think that if you want to make anything, my top 3 decks to make this with would probably be Pikachu V Max, Pikarom, and Bolton. That would probably be the best 3. So if you guys do have any further questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to try and answer them the best that I can. But obviously guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Pokemon TCG Mythbusters. If you guys want to see any other card that should be talked about, again, let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to do as much digging as I can. But as always guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, always click like and always click on the video. You guys are always welcome back, and I'll see you all in the next video. Right guys, take care, and I'll see you all later. Okay, bye!